If you are watching this video, you know you have so much more potential to give. But the reason you don't use it is because you are afraid. You're afraid of what people think. You've created this box that you feel like you have to fit into. Everyone has created this box where you have to fit into. And how do you fit into this box? The way that you dress, the way that you speak, the way that you act. Every time you act the way that you act, you fit in perfectly in this box. The moment you want to do things differently, the moment you want to start change your actions, which is going to give you a different result, then guess what? The shape changes. You no longer fit. Now this starts to cause attention. So guess what starts to happen? People start to give an opinion. Understand one thing, and this took me a long time to realize. If you've had thoughts of doing things differently, but you're afraid of what people think, there are also so many other people that have the same vision, the same view of themselves, that they have so much potential, but they're afraid of what people think. So they never express themselves and they live captives to who they think they should be instead of becoming the person that they know they can be. And that's the way that I lived for a very long time. Before I created a platform of over 600,000 people, get over 50 million views every single month, I knew I had to get on camera. But it's so scary because, especially growing up in South London, everyone is so quick to give an opinion. And guess what? We all tend to listen to all of these opinions. And I didn't realize at the time, but I kept on doing it. I wanted relationship advice. I'll go to people who've never had relationships. I wanted social media advice to people who've never done social media. And this is how most of the population live their lives. Now, understand one thing. The time that you get the most judgment, most of the time will be from the closest people around you. And you're so afraid of what they're going to say, what they will say, or what they might say, that you end up creating all of these assumptions. So you end up torturing yourself more in your imagination than reality in itself. Because once they give you a funny comment or they throw some hate, you have to see things for what they actually are. Are you still alive? Yes. Have you created that video? Yes. Has that comment changed anything in your life? No. So what is the worst case scenario? It just ends up affecting your ego because you still haven't fully believed the person that you want to create, because it's still a process. That's why it's so important to focus on loving the action than the result in itself, because the moment you don't see that result, you start to get overwhelmed. You start to listen to these comments, and then guess what? You end up giving up. And you look back and you think, oh, do you remember how cringe it was when I thought I wanted to become this and I'd done this? But it's only cringe until it works. So I'm going to give you the blueprint on how you stop caring about people and how you can create this unbreakable mindset to keep on doing anything that you want and not care about the opinions of others. Right, look, have an overview of everything. So most of the time, the comments that we're afraid of are people that we know, right? So everyone thinks and acts the same way. And now they believe you should act the same way. The moment you start to do something different, now all eyes are on you. Everyone watches. Now, in reality, most people don't believe you can achieve it. Some might want you, some might believe in you, some might not. And most of the time, deep down, they want you to fail. For the very simple reason, it will make them feel so much better for them not taking the risk that you decided to take. And if you fail, they'll think, this is perfect. I knew this was going to happen. So they feel much better. But once they see you actually progressing, then it starts to make them feel insecure. It starts to fill them with doubts. But that's a good thing. The way people view you has nothing to do with you, because some will feel inspired by the action that you took and the way that you've managed to change, and some will not, because they will never believe in themselves because they're so afraid of being judged by themselves that will stop them from ever taking action. Realize the life that you live now, the way you dress, the way you speak, the way that you act, is a byproduct of the way that you think. And the way that you think has come about from the knowledge that you have, which comes from when you were a kid, going to school, going to church, all that information that has been passed on onto you. So the moment you want to change that, the reason you're watching this video, the reason you want to chase this goal is because now you've had a new set of information which has been given to you, which has given you that vision that you can achieve this. Now, what has happened now? You're now starting to take on the identity of the new person that creates that goal. But an identity is never set. An identity is a state of being, is a choice that you make every single day. And this is why I tell you guys, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you see my story, I do the same things every single day. Why? Because everyone has been conditioned to believe that, oh, in life you will make it. There is no such thing as making it. There is never a place of arrival. I'm in shape now. I have not made it. I choose to continue to have it. How? By putting the daily action of going to the gym, eating right, then that lets me stay in that place. Life is a journey, is not a destination. Once you realize this, you realize that the life that you want is a byproduct of daily choices, which is why most of you guys feel like losers when you're doing the right thing, because you haven't accepted the identity, because you're so focused on the result. Oh, these people are judging me because I'm doing this. No, you doing this is normal. This is the new you, because before you never used to do that, which led you to the results that you had where no one judged you, right? So now you're doing the different action, recording videos. Maybe it might be starting to you risk apply for a new job. I don't know, you enter a new relation, whatever it may be. Now you're behaving differently and you feel a bit uncomfortable because it's not like you. Of course it's not like you, because you are the person that you don't want to be anymore. So you want to change the result. To change the result, you have to change the things that you do. I don't have to think about, oh, I want this nice physique. No, I just have to think about, let me go to the gym. The thing is, most of you guys are just trying to avoid the work, trying to avoid the pain as if it's a negative thing. No, this is the new standard, because that thing, that very thing that you're doing is creating the outcome that you want. So that's the basic foundation of how you change your identity to get the outcome. Focus on taking the action. That is the expectation, not the goal in itself. Because the moment the expectation is having the result, the moment you don't see it, the moment it takes slightly longer, guess what? You start to feel demotivated, you start to doubt yourself and listen to all the voices. You listen to all the noise. No. Now, the second thing that you need to realize is, if I listen to this person, because remember, reality is created by actions, which are habits, which stem from thoughts. Now, how can I tell you something that I don't know? I can't. It's not possible. I might give you a theory, but I can't tell you exactly. Why? Because if I've never done it, I can't give you an opinion. And that's why I say hypothetical is hypocritical. Now look at all of the people that are throwing hate, giving an opinion, telling you what to do, telling you what you shouldn't do. Whether it be family, friends, people that you care about. Now, let's not put title on these people. Now, look at the results that they have. The results, which is a byproduct from their actions, which stem from the thoughts. Now, ask yourself, they are telling me to do this. They're giving me an opinion, which is affecting me, right? So if I listen to them, because if I care about them so much, well, it's affecting me a lot, so I care about them so much. Cool. Now, if I listen to them, that means I will have the same results as them. Do I want the same results as them? Most of the time you don't. That's why you're trying to always impress people that you don't want to be like. That's easy. You don't want to be like them. The moment your perspective changes is when you start to tell yourself, I want to start impressing the people that I do want to be like. And guess what? The people that you do want to be like, they're most likely doing the thing that you're afraid of doing. Recording content, putting yourself out there, taking that risk. They're never going to judge you for that. Why? Because they see themselves in you. Now, when I started to create content, the first thing I thought is, oh, like, I want my first ever video to be perfect, to get 100,000 followers, and then, like, I don't have to face the embarrassment because it just happened. Then you realize, oh, wait, I'm doing one video, I'm doing 10 videos, I'm getting no views, I'm getting all of this hate. Well, I don't think the risk to reward is worth it, because why am I going through all of this pain? I'm not seeing any results, I'm just getting violated. I don't like this feeling. Well, no one does. But that's the thing is, now you have to accept it because it's your new identity. For example, if I want to become a football player, I have to train like a football player, I have to eat like a football player, and I have to play like a football player. I become the football player, and that eventually lets me to go out on the field, play a 90-minute match. I don't know if you're catching on. It's the being of the person that gives you that thing that you want. So this is the same thing. Now, when you look at the person that has the things that you want, they had a process. Now, what you're trying to do is you're trying to avoid that process by, oh, I want to make sure I overplan. I want to make sure I do everything right. No, you're not trying to overplan. You're just trying to avoid embarrassment. The reason you're trying to avoid embarrassment is because you're scared about what people think, because you're afraid of making mistakes. But the very mistakes that you are going to make is the very thing that you need for you to learn from it. How do you expect to be good at something that you've never done before? It's like coming out of the womb and expecting to be sprinting. It's like coming out the womb and expecting to be as articulate as you are today. It's like coming out the womb and expecting to be as strong as you are today. You're not. The time that you grew the most is when you were in your teenage years as a kid, when you made the mistakes and you were not afraid of making them. This is the same thing, because at that age you were still molding. You still have to be malleable. This is the thing. We are very malleable, and that is a skill, Because the moment you see something that doesn't fit, that isn't right, you can change it. But people are afraid of change because it creates an unknown. We're so used to one thing, that I put my hair like this, I dress like this, and this is who I am. Now the moment you act differently, oh, it raised bells. But who cares? This is your life, right? You see the potential that you have, right? You see what someone else has, and you know you can have that too, right? So all you have to do is follow the blueprint. Success leaves clues. What is it? Different actions. But you take one act and you go back. It's like going to the gym. I went to the gym one day, I done a bicep curl, I don't have biceps. Well, of course not. Repetition is what makes the person. Repetition is what makes the result by creating the person that gets the result. I will always keep on saying it, because most of you guys are just focused on the plan. No, it's the man that creates the plan. So this is one thing that I want you guys to realize. Everything else is just noise. To recap everything, to stop caring about what people think and just have this unbreakable mentality, you need to understand one thing. The people giving me advice, the people I'm so afraid of. Now, if they are so important in my life and they are throwing judgment at me, well, they are not that important. Well, they aren't of that much value if they're not supporting me, right? So straight away, why would you care about what they think? Go ahead. If I don't take the action and go ahead for go for everything that I want, well, I will never have that life that I want, and I'll always remain in this place where I don't want to be. Are you okay with that? If not, go ahead for everything that you want. If you listen to the people that are giving you those comments or giving you this advice, would you trade places with them? If not, so what are you so afraid of? Like, there is only one guarantee in this life, and you're just waiting for the perfect plan to make sure that everything goes exactly how you want it to be without making any mistakes. That if I do this, it's gonna go this. You want a guarantee. Let me tell you something. Your search of a guarantee will guarantee you to never make any changes in your life and stay in that place forever. Your guarantee of looking for a guarantee, your search for a guarantee is gonna guarantee you to make sure that you're so afraid of what everyone thinks, because that's the only thing that you're so focused on. Oh, I want a guarantee because of them. You're not doing this for them. You are doing this for you. You're not trying to prove anyone wrong. You are trying to prove yourself right. It's a very different thing. And that's how I managed to grow the most. But when I wanted to grow my social media, I said, this is what I want to do. It's going to be cringe, but with every rep that I done, with every post that I done, it was something for me to learn on. I was just putting the reps in, and that's the only thing I ever focused on. And that's what you have to focus on too. Because at the end of the day, life is short. Are you proud of the person that you are today? If today was your last day, would you close your eyes, proud of yourself, content, I've done enough? Why do you keep continuing to live your life on first gear when you have 5? That being said, put down on the comment section, what is your biggest reflection? What is your takeaway from this? If you found this valuable and you think this can help anyone, take a screenshot of this and post it on your Instagram stories and tag me so I can reshare it, so hopefully someone can get value from this too. That being said, love you guys. Let's go.